What's up, everybody? I'm Big Mike.
I am Brando.
And this is Brewheads.
You damn right.
And the Lord said,
Brewheads!
And today we are here with Cervasa Papi.
Yeah.
Oh, we've been waiting for this. Can't lie.
Yeah.
We've been waiting for it ever since Change of the Air.
Yeah.
We've been waiting for this. Because what we had there was...
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Yeah.
Put them down.
Yeah.
Put them down, Ricky Bobby.
Because the beers that you guys brought there were good. Really, really good. And legit, we've just been watching the social media of what you guys been doing. And
I think you had just done Beer Man Beer.
Yep.
Before.
yeah.
And
months
then,
ago.
because he was telling us to...
Yeah, they
That
would
was
no,
great.
you need to go. Like, have you had anything? It's like, no, we haven't had anything from Cervasa
Oh, so
Papi.
yeah, they're the ones that
Yeah,
brought you over.
yeah, they brought us over. It's like, no, you need to try. And it was just like, oh God,
Yeah.
how do we not know? You know?
Well, I mean, you were at a beer festival with the top breweries in the state that were actually supporting a good cause, right? And
Yeah.
you had some fucking home brewers at this event, and we're the only ones there, right? Not to champion that, but it was an invite, and they reached out to us, and I was part of the Sacred Heart Brewing cohort, the last one.
Okay.
So that got me in with Jamal.
Yeah.
And to open the networks up to when people noticed us and noticed the brand and what we were doing and being minority and all
Yeah.
that stuff. Like you're reaching different places now. So
Definitely.
Yeah.
No, it's
Beer is
beer is
just
good.
a good
Yeah.
key,
Yeah.
man. It just unlocks stuff, and it's
yeah.
it's so good.
And we bought a bunch. So
Yeah. Also, shout out to Frank
oh yeah, Frank and Robert.
at Reverie because especially Change of the Air. It was a professional event.
Yeah.
So although we did get the invite, the bylaws stated.
Yes.
So he was. We actually collaborated with him.
Nice.
The Jet Lager.
Yeah.
And
that was good.
Yeah. So he was. It was thanks to him that we were able to also
Go down there.
go down there.
He needs to be the chaperone.
Yeah.
Big brother had to take it.
Yeah.
He babysat us for a little while. Yeah. He's a good dude, man. So definitely shout out to
Yeah,
to
for
them.
sure.
If anybody gets a chance, head down there, Reverie.
Yes.
In Newtown. It's delicious.
Before we get too far, introduce yourselves.
Go ahead, brother.
I'm one half of the Cervasa Papi. I'm Rob.
I'm the other half. I'm Lewis. So.
3/4.
Yeah.
They're 66% each. Right?
Yeah.
No. On paper, his wife is also, happy
Yeah.
wife, happy wife. In case things go south, she gets a percentage of it. She's the other, the best half, his better half of Cerveza Papi. So we've been brewing since 2020. Well, that's when incorporated. We were brewing beforehand, but the company got off at in 2020.
Nice.
So we're a fairly younger, operation.
Yeah.
So, we are predominantly out of his house. Started off in Bridgeport.
Yeah.
Now we're in Trumbull because we're moving on up.
Yeah.
So, man.
Bridgeport.
Yeah. Started in his house at Bridgeport, and then,
Bought a house in Trumbull, and then now we're down there. A lot more space in the basement to get things done.
Yeah.
Dedicated brew lab.
Nice.
Not as fancy as this. We will need a black couch for many reasons.
Yeah.
But, that'll be different.
And that's a futon too. It laid back. Yeah.
That is the setup.
You're hired.
The employment couch.
Yeah, for real.
But yeah, man.
Call it W-2. Sit on my W-2 right here.
Oh, it's tax deductible.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So we got the brew lab in there, and we just been making beer ever since. I mean, it's tough. We work both work full time.
Yep.
As you gentlemen.
Yeah, we're right there with you.
He runs a restaurant. I'm in the healthcare field, and whenever we get time, man, we just get together, and a lot of the time it's like now, Fridays, evening, into the wee hours of the morning, and just out there, just turning grains into deliciousness,
Yeah. Yeah, I saw the taco beer that you.
I wish I brought that one.
Yeah.
Taco flavor.
We didn't get the can that one. That's
No.
I saw that. It was like, yo.
Yeah. And ever since Chips and Dips
from Little House and Tox.
We're like, dude, fucking put anything you want.
Yeah,
we'll try it.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to bring you guys. So we
That was insane.
Yeah, that one is insane. We ended up doing that for a I guess a bike rally. What would it mean exactly?
Yeah, it was, my dad's part of this motorcycle chapter, and they were having some event for them, and they invited us out to pour some beers out there.
Nice.
So we ended up bringing a few of them, and we made the taco flavor kisses, which is a raspberry sour, but tastes like tacos.
Yeah.
And you taste everything, like raspberry sour. So you're definitely picking up raspberry sour.
Yeah.
But you're definitely at the back end. You're eating it.
You're drinking a taco.
We did get bougie. So we ended up rimming the glasses.
Jeez, man, we're like 15 minutes in. We're talking about rimming.
Casting couch and rimming. It's quickly devolving, gentlemen.
You want a picture on it? We can do that all.
Actually, we will. Where did you go? We went to somebody's basement.
Yeah, someone's basement. They had some lights and cameras.
They pictured me on the couch. And like, what?
One of those, right? Why, is that weird?
Is it weird? Well, it didn't feel weird at the time. No, we ended up rimming it with taco seasoning.
Ooh, okay.
And a delicious secret nectar sauce. No, it's
a raspberry jelly.
Okay.
Or raspberry honey.
The raspberry honey.
Okay.
Put the taco seasoning on.
Man,
that had to be
amazing. Fuego.
You know what? Now I'm really upset that they didn't bring it.
Yeah, I'm pissed. I was thinking about it yesterday. I'm like, if I have time, I'm gonna try to can it. Cause I could just do it real quick. It's a quick ride. Well, not a quick ride, but in a scheme of not having oxidation and stuff like that, it would have made it for today. You know? So, but. Yeah, there was no time.
Nah, I feel you, man.
And if I did that, I would have probably been here at 8. So this is probably going to be the shortest podcast in our Brewheads history.
You know what? You'd be surprised how late it'll go.
Oh, shit,
you get down here, you start drinking and talking, you forget.
Okay.
Is this thing still on? But no, it was. I mean, we threw a lot of deliciousness in there. Even at we even put Doritos in there, man.
Oh
yeah, we did.
And it was you would think you're like people they throw everything with the kitchen sink. And sometimes it sticks. More times than not, it doesn't. Or whatever they say, it's you're like, oh, let me get it. What was it? The cereal we were talking about? Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I've seen some people.
do the Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I haven't had one yet, but I've seen it.
And then it's cinnamon, and you're like, okay, this is a dope cinnamon lager, but where's everything else?
Exactly.
This one, not to toot our own horn, it came out pretty damn good.
Kidding.
And that rim, it's the best. It's the best. Let me tell you, it really does add to it. But that's the name of the game, right? Like you got to give You get
a good rim job, you're changing your life, man.
Yeah. Chasey Lane on the cover of the can.
Oh shit.
Yeah, well, no, the name of the game, right? It's dinner and a show, right?
Yeah,
dinner and a show. You got to give them some delicious beer and also something to keep them coming. Damn, I'm dying here.
This is what it's like, man.
Yeah.
This is what it's like.
This is all what it's like.
I mean, the competition is heavy to get your name out there, so you kind of gotta be big dick swinging.
Yeah. You gotta, you're right. You gotta do different. You gotta think different, and you gotta try it out. I mean, will it work? Sure. Will it not? Who knows? But this, it's part of those, doing these festivals or even these little side gigs. It lets you get out there. It lets you know what's working. It lets you know what's not working. What you need to refine. More times than not, we hit the mark. Sometimes we hit the mark really well. Sometimes. You know what I mean? And then you go back to the drawing board. Like,
we'll
all right,
drink this at home.
Yeah. All right, this worked, but how? And we're constantly, he's the artist behind the brew.
I'm also a believer. Sometimes you're gonna hate your own beer.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
But somebody's gonna love that beer that you hate.
I mean,
the amount of people that we talk to are just like, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
They don't like what they have to put out.
Yeah.
Like Eric from
Transcend. Oh my God! You get Eric from Transcend. He does not like 95% of his beer.
Yep.
Really?
He does. It's because it's not his.
Not his palate.
It's not his palate, but he knows what sells.
Yeah.
So he makes
smart.
what sells.
You gotta go where the money's coming.
Exactly. So you
And he'll
know.
put out that Pilsner and you're like,
Yeah.
You know what? I mean, we understand that to a sense because we're not big stout guys. I'm not. He isn't per se. We make really fucking good stouts. And it's just like, but we don't like them.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, they're great, but it wouldn't be like, you know, my cup of tea.
We like ours.
Yeah, we like, well, yeah, ours is, but even, you know, we're not like traditional stout guys.
No, yeah.
But the beer that we make the best is the beer that we particularly don't necessarily care for, which is crazy. Maybe it's because we don't really.
I think it's because of that reason.
Yeah.
Right? You don't like something, so you're gonna try everything to make sure it's not what you don't like.
Yeah.
So you
Fair enough.
you start creating something that, well, if I'm gonna drink something,
What would I want it to be?
this,
Make
I
it
want
my
to
way,
be-
yeah.
And that's you know, he's the creative mind behind it. I'm more of the organizational. You know, what's. I mean, listen, this podcast, we're talking about Rimmond and black couches. All right, so
Let's tidy this up.
so I mean, I feel bad, but yeah. So we're in the lab, and you know, he'll be hitting the oils, and I'll be just like, all right, bro, keep hitting the oils, but I'm just gonna make sure that this is actually 2.2 pounds.
There you go.
Do your thing, and then he's like. Yo, you know what this needs? I'm like, this needs, I don't know, orange zest. I'm like, all right, dope, how much? And I'm sitting there with the little scale. You know, like, you do your thing, bro. You stay in your zone. Be creative. I make sure that the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed, and it works, man. It works.
Yo, that's a good dynamic, though.
It. I mean, listen, it works. Case in point, we're on our way up here. His cartridge broke, and we had to find a vape shop very quickly.
Yeah.
But this is how we operate. You know, we're like, all right, I know off of exit 36 there's one. We got off at exit 38. We fucked up. And
While sitting in traffic. Like, we got time to fucking, we ain't moving, so let's move somewhere.
We got off, and we're like, all right, let's go backtrack to where 36 is in Milford. And sure as shit, I was like, as soon as we got off, I'm like, oh, vape shop right there.
Yeah.
But, you know, you're cross-covering, cross-checking. You know what I mean? It's oh my God, it sounds so corny, but it's a very synergistic relationship we have.
Cute.
Yeah.
I mean, no, it's
cute.
But
you,
it
you
works.
need that dynamic, though.
Yeah, you know, yin and yang, so to speak. And you know, and that's kind of what we do. Even with the beers that we do, you know, we'll go here, we'll go there, so people taste it. We think it's dope, but we always come back every single time. Like, all right, how do we make this better? And then, you know, I think it needs gooseberries, and I'm like, all right, dope, gooseberries. How many pounds? Like, how many pounds? Like, what percentage? What ratio are we gooseberry this motherfucker? And
I don't know what the fuck a gooseberry is.
Just use
I
it for
want to look it
example.
up. We can use it.
we're gonna find out.
Next hour, we'll have
You
gooseberries.
know what a gooseberry is, right?
No, what is
It's in the same family as canepas.
Really?
Yes, sir. It's a gooseberry.
What the fuck?
Yeah, man.
That blew my mind.
Yeah, we've been talking about making it. There's a fruit that grows in Puerto Rico. It's called a canepa. It's basically a gooseberry. It's a very sweet, meaty fruit with a big ass seed and a hard shell. It's almost like a lime.
It's
So to...
green?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
We are gonna make a beer out of that. We just have to figure out like what style to do, but it's also tough because you have to get it from the island. It's not always in season. And the you know, to make it to the extract, like you need like
You need because that seed is thick.
It's thick.
I've had one before and it was like, I can't eat this. It's too much work.
So imagine trying to break that down and have enough to put it in the batch. Yeah. So we're still
I'm surprised no one makes a puree of that yet.
We've looked. They don't. Well, at least I've looked.
It's not a real like huge or popular food. Like that. Like tamarind is different. There's a lot of different extracts out there for like tamarind.
Mm-hmm.
But when we use our tamarind, we use the actual tamarind and we boil it down. But same thing, like you need like 50 pounds to make like like a quart or two.
It's to stay as natural as possible.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just can't get away with it because that fruit is just not out there as far as purees.
Right.
Or you need a shit ton of that fruit
Real
in order
fruit,
to actually extract the flavor.
$1,000 of fruit for like
Basically, So I mean, it's always a work in progress, research. We try to make just different beers, but also keeping true to the fact that we are from Hispanic backgrounds, Puerto Rican predominantly. So we try to infuse like stuff that we grew up with. into our beers, but
Yeah.
also make it palatable for the masses. And that doesn't mean that it's not good. This just means that, you know, some people, you had a canepa before, so you know what I'm talking about. Other people might not, and they're like, what the fuck is a goose beer? You know what I mean? And they'll taste it, and they'll be like, oh, this is different, but different enough, but also, like you said, you know, you got to go with what sells, so to speak, or what people want. So it's you know, it's always, you know, a little give and take to put the stuff in there that makes it unique and special, but also palatable to the masses.
Yeah, because that's got to be one of the hardest dynamics, is to make sure, because, you know, even when it's like cooking, when you make something, especially something that's ethnic, you don't want to over season, because some people, you know, they're, you know, salt sensitive, or, you know, sweet sensitive or something like that.
Don't like spice, like spice.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? You know what I mean?
Too spicy, not enough spice. So, you know, you want to get that middle ground, so at least everyone, you know, will enjoy it.
Exactly, or not come up with a flavor that's so crazy that's only specific to that culture.
Yeah.
That anybody outside of it would be like, you know what I mean? It's a work in progress. You know, we do a lot of like running stuff on the board, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't. But more times than not, we'd like to think we hit the mark in terms of giving coconut being an example, right?
Yeah,
It's a hate or love relationship.
Yeah,
They
really
like
is.
coconut or they don't.
Yeah.
But it is a delicious adjunct that you can add to a beer that, if done right, even people that don't necessarily like it will be like, okay, that's not so bad.
Fucking hate coconut.
See, and we've had people who hates
You toast it.
Yeah, see, there you go. And then if you just put enough in it, it's great. If you overpower, then it's too bad.
We've had
people come up to at festivals and be like, I hate coconut.
Yeah.
But this is okay.
Yeah. You're going to hate our beer.
Yeah. and they drink and they're like, you know what? Literally, like, you know, 2 more ounces more and it would have been, like, unpalatable.
Right.
This is just the right amount.
Yeah.
And that's a hard thing to do, man.
It really is.
Especially when one of us is fucking baked.
You've been baked?
No, but
it's actually called inspiration.
Listen, man, let the artist
that inspiration.
Let the artist do his thing, right? Let the artist
we need gooseberries. Gooseberries and rim jobs, man.
Dope. How much do we need? All right, I'll work on that right now.
Yeah. How much? All right.
That's great.
How many gooseberries? How long the rim job?
That's it, right?
So it's a lager with orange. My dad had an orange lager from somewhere, and he really liked it. No kidding. And or orange beer of some sort.
Yeah,
and,
he likes orange beers.
Yeah.
His dad.
Shock top.
Yeah, so he loves stuff like that.
Shock top.
Yeah. So he asked if we could make one. I threw one bullshit recipe real quick and just came up with what I thought would be best for it, and put it together, and it came out really good. So
we bucket aged it for a good 5 months.
Bucket aged.
Bucket aged.
Yeah.
Bucket aged.
Fucking Home Depot's.
There you go.
We didn't have space for it, so I was just like, yo, let's just put it in a bucket. And I've seen it on YouTube. I know it works.
We're gonna lager it. And the reason we looked at each other and laughed is because this poor bucket went through hell. It's 5 months in the lab.
Trust me, it's
you know, we
he's gonna love me later.
When
he doesn't hit a deer on the way home.
Last night, Mike, I gotta get off the fucking phone. I almost hit a deer.
This poor bucket went through hell. There was at one point we put it in the fridge along with some other kegs from a festival we were doing, and the fucking bucket fell over and hit the ground, and we thought it was gonna. The bucket held strong.
Yeah, you thought it was gonna blow.
You never
Those lids pop.
Yeah.
Well, dude, we were like fucking 0 to 60 in 2.2. Crack the bucket.
Yeah.
We're good. Jesus Christ. And it came out really well.
Hey.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
Yeah. Cheers. Yeah, sniff it.
Salute.
You know. Salute. Yeah, it does smell amazing.
Wow.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Home Depot.
$4.99.
I could taste the bucket.
Yeah. The PVC is delicious.
Yeah.
I can hear the theme song as I drink.
Here at the Home Depot, we make the best buckets.
Yeah. Got a beer to brew? Aisle 7.
This is really, really good. I love the flavor. Because, it's funny, you think orange lager. So, of course, Shock Top, Blue Moon, stuff like that. I love the way this is because it's not over weedy.
Yeah.
It's got
and the orange is forefront. Yeah. It's not this,
it's got
like,
a nice, good
backdrop.
orange flavor to it. You don't have to search for the orange. It's right there.
It's right there. It's not overpowering. It's like you said, it's not weedy like a Shock Top or something like that. I think we struck a good balance with it, being our first lager that we did.
This is your first lager?
Yeah.
No shit.
In a Home Depot bucket for about 5 months. Man. We wanted to keep it longer, but we made it later.
Yeah.
So we were like, all right, well, let's take it out. Let's try it.
I think even fucking Chris would like. Chris from Broken Symmetry. You guys ever had Broken Symmetry? From that dude's a lager king, and he would fucking enjoy the shit out of this.
Nice. We ended up taking this to the bike rally fest, and it was a huge hit. We call it his father's name is Noel, or Noel, Noli, if you're Spanish,
right?
So Nole, and we call it Noale. It's no ale.
No ale. Yeah.
In honor, because it's not an ale.
Yeah.
It's a lager.
Yeah, it's a lager.
And it's in honor of Noli. So there you go. We have fun with our name games.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Well, when someone is has the inspiration going, the names flow, man.
Yeah.
That's right.
Here at the Home Depot, if you need a bucket for a lager, we have you. From bucket to bolts to lagers.
$4.25. Lid's only 92 cents.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, we were excited when this came out and we tasted it.
It's on the stronger side too. It doesn't drink like it.
What's the horsepower on this one? 8.
What?
Wait, whoa, hold up.
Yeah.
Did this motherfucker just say 8? Fuck.
8. To be exact, 8.3%.
What?
Did they ride their bikes home?
I mean, we left. I don't know what they do afterwards.
God.
They do have a clubhouse. So,
there were some naps taken there.
There should be a warning for this.
Yeah.
This is not.
Holy shit!
It sneaks up.
We came out swinging.
Yeah, it's neat. We I don't know if we necessarily aim for that for some reason. I know some people do aim for a higher percentage ABV.
No,
I love a higher percentage ABV because I'm here for
the bang for the buck.
Yeah, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. So, but for some reason, the way we do our numbers, we honestly don't go out hitting for that. But we get our percentages and our gravities and stuff. And next thing you know, we're like in the 7s or 8 ranges sometimes with our stouts, like 9 or 10. Yeah. And we're like, fuck it, let's let it ride. So yeah, man, it's pretty good.
Insane. No, that's.
We like to pair food a lot with our beer.
That's how we really get into it. So I mean, we figure out the style that we want to do, go with it for whatever the beer is gonna be, and then I'll sit there and like think about tasting profiles, what I would like the balances to be running by him, because he has a different palate as well than I do. And food wise, he just understands the difference between the both and how to mesh them. So we always go over like things like that, because number one, whenever we get our brew pub going, it's going to be a huge thing when you talk about pairing the beers,
Oh yeah.
So you want to be able to direct them in the right way to go.
Right.
Lead them in the right path. So I think as we're doing it, certain fruits that we're going to use as far as the Spanish culture is felt, we also think about what foods we eat that go with that. So that's how we kind of develop our flavor profile or even type of beer that we want to create.
So yeah, like even this beer right now, if you think about it, just off the top of my head, although it's not a traditionally Puerto Rican plate, this would go great with wings and general sour sauce.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh damn! All right.
Yeah, or a little orange chicken.
Orange chicken, exactly. A little orange habanero.
Yeah.
Dip it.
Yeah, dip it. Lick it, rim it, all that shit. But
some wing sauce around the top.
General sours right there. But I mean, that's something you think about it like, yeah, that'd be really good. There's some brown ales that we make that as soon as we taste it, I'm like, dude. Chicken and cheese empanada with this right now, and he's like, "Fuck yeah!" Like, I mean, he's usually hungry to begin with.
Yeah.
For reasons that would.
When you're that inspired, it causes you to be hungry.
Agreed.
But that's things we formulate and we're like, all right, that's dope. That's something we can add like to the menu. I mean, our goal is to get a brew pub going.
Yeah.
And to have beers, but with small plates.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like the empanadas, the traditional like wings, stuff like that. Just things that you can eat and also be drinking beer.
Yeah.
And not too much of one or the other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You leave there full, satisfied, but not overly like, oh my god. You know what I mean? So that's something that there's a lot of breweries out there. There's a lot of brew pubs out there. But I think we've found a niche in terms of like just.
I think the having the Spanish aspect of it.
The small plate Spanish aspect, yes.
Oh my God, that's
something that we haven't seen. I mean, I'm sure it's somewhere in this country, but not in Connecticut.
You know what? You get you can get like the food trucks that come that are those usually pop off real good, stuff like that. But to have it all in one.
Yeah.
And the food trucks are great. Listen, we've gone Two Roads, wherever who doesn't love a good food truck after you've been drinking? That's great. But the food trucks. The menu wasn't created with the beer in mind, or vice versa.
Right.
Yeah.
More, and that's something that
I hate to say it again, but Broken Symmetry, their menu and their beer are just like hand in hand. Yeah.
That's how it should be.
Yeah.
It should be that way. You don't want to give people a meal that's just gonna stick with that beer on your tongue. You don't want that.
Exactly.
You want a nice palate.
You don't want nothing too heavy.
No. Exactly.
And their menu is like. Just enough.
I'm gonna have to check them out.
Yeah.
Because their menus are like it's a good balance of you can have like a decent plate but still want to drink beer.
Hell yeah.
And listen, the name of the game, right, is to make the coin, right? So you drink, then you want to drink some more, then you want to eat some more, and next thing you know, man, I mean, we got black leather couches everywhere.
That is definitely strawberry kiwi. Strawberry kiwi,
That's So this was
So this is jet lag.
Yeah, jet lag. It's a strawberry kiwi lager sour.
Wow,
lager sour. I don't think I've had that combination before.
This is the collaboration we did with Reverie.
Yeah, Frank at Reverie.
Is this?
Mm-hmm.
So I had it before.
Yeah, this one you had.
That's how I know I was too fucked up.
So we actually ended up. I ended up coming up with the name of this in the parking lot.
Revelry. That was the guy right next to you.
Frank.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
It's clicking.
That's how fucked up we were.
It's clicking.
He had a great time.
You know what? If it wasn't for Jess from Alvarian bringing the cold brew, we would have been screwed.
Dunzo.
Oh man,
it worked so well. I drove home.
Yeah.
That's not
usually. No. Yeah, usually he drives there and I drive back
while he sleeps in the back.
Yeah.
So we actually ended up coming up with the name of this in the parking lot. He made it. We still hadn't named it. We're about 5 minutes from opening up, and I just started pacing in the back of the parking lot. I was like, you know what? It's kiwi, strawberry.
Yeah.
It's tropical, right? Mm-hmm. You think of vacation, right? What happens when you're on vacation? You get jet lagged. It's a lager.
Yeah.
So let's play a little. We try to give people what we want to when we open up the brew pub to give them that vacation experience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Hell, we might even ship in some fucking palm trees. Who knows?
There you go.
You get the blow up ones.
Yeah, you get the blow up ones.
Yeah, you get jet lagged. So it's a lot. So jet lag, and I looked at Frank and I told him, and he gave me he stroked it. He stroked his 4 foot long beard.
That's his inspiration.
Yeah, and he was like, "Yeah, all right, jet lag. Yeah, I like it. All right." And that's when we ended up naming it. Again, shout out to Frank. He's awesome. He's a good guy. He was teaching us a lot of stuff. We were in there making the brew with him. Actually, when he was doing his rotations for the beer science, he interned there for a semester. I actually went over and volunteered to intern with him.
Oh.
Because it was a good experience. Mm-hmm. Even though I didn't take the course, but I don't know. I was like, yo, this is really dope. Like, if we're gonna make beer, I mean, he's going to the course. I kind of want to know like how the pros do it. You know what I mean? That's not my background. I'm in healthcare, so it's different. But we have clinicals in healthcare too.
Yeah.
We do residencies and stuff. So I was like, all right, cool.
Doing rounds at the brewery.
That's it. You know what I mean? Yeah, and he was just awesome. It's funny because I remember when we were making this. You know, he's an artist too, Frank. So he's just like, yeah, you just put a little of this. And I'm like,
is this?
what is a little? Like, you need to quantify this into a number because that's how I operate.
Yeah.
And he just looked at me. He laughed. He's like, oh, yeah.
You just need copious amounts of
amounts.
this.
Yeah, he's like, I just put a little something. And he's like, oh, if you need a number, like 2.2 ounces, I'm like, thank you. But, you know, everyone operates at a different scale. These, you know, I'm in all of these artists that just sprinkle a little here, a little there.
He's got that Julia Child shit.
Yeah.
You stop when your ancestors tell you to stop.
Yeah. Grandma said,
Yeah.
But yeah, man, they're doing good things out there, and he's just been really helpful too when it comes to just like picking his brain about stuff. So it's good to have that. You know what I mean? Whether it's a professional brewery, or anybody that's just been doing it longer. If you're up and coming, you know, you pick the brains of those, you know, wiser, older gentlemen that have been doing it for a while, and you pick up some things, and you're like, all right, let's do this, or like, yeah, I don't really like, you know.
Yeah.
You take the, you know, you learn the good. Not necessarily the bad, but you take what works for you and you kind of what doesn't. You understand that and you keep moving.
I mean, we barely fucking brew beer, and we'll sit with the brewer just talk all fucking day.
Yeah.
Right? How do you get better? You play with better people.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Because for us, it's interesting because we know so many brewers, and you know, it's just like meeting different chefs.
Yeah, there you go.
Everyone's got their own cooking style. Everyone's got their pet peeves and stuff like that. And just interesting to watch them work or break down how they came up with a recipe, how they came up with the beer, and what made them think, oh, you know, if I add this, if I lager it this, maybe I'll add this yeast instead of the typical yeast, you know, to come out with a different flavor. And it's just like...
Make it our own.
Yeah. You know,
and that's the great part. Like,
great,
right, you know, you got a guy like Frank, where you know he just takes a handful of whatever the fuck. But some other guys might be like, no, they use spectrometer weigh shit out. And you're just like, wait a minute. You know, it's awesome. It's awesome to do that and just get the different styles from people. And obviously knowing that you're creating your own style, but you know you're using these techniques to make things better. You know, we are huge proponents. When it comes to making beer, like water profiles. He is the artist, and he does. But when it comes to water profile, this motherfucker, he's out there with his fucking pH meter, and his Bunsen burner. Like this man is out. This man is out here water profiling.
It's the most important thing.
Yep.
It really is.
And that was something that when we first started, we didn't pay too much attention to. But then
like an unknown.
But we came back with some beers, and we're like, this is dope. And it was a hit. I mean, it was popular. I wouldn't say it was popular. How can we make it better?
Yeah.
And you start racking your brain, and then we just started.
That's all it came down to was the water profiles.
Now you have your water profile locked down to where this is your water for most of your beers, or do you switch it up
depending on the style? Depending on the style and what I'm looking for, I may switch it up.
Yeah.
Could be a lot or could be a little, only because there's certain things I want to bring out certain malt characters or hop flavors.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Certain, how can I make the bitterness be more subtle, even though it's a higher IBU? Whatever you can do to tweak it, right? It's like an EQ.
Yeah.
When you're producing music, in a sense, you're trying to tweak certain sounds to make sure that this could be more amplified or this can be hollowed out a little bit, but you still want it there because it's important.
Yeah.
Right.
Without it, you'd be missing a big component of it.
Seriously. Yeah. So it gets pretty. That I really make sure I hone in.
He's scientific as fuck when it comes to that shit, bro. But it makes our beers better, and we hit our numbers like in the homebrew game.
Yeah.
You don't always hit your numbers. You might get a little higher. You might get a little lower. It's all fun and games.
Yeah.
But we've been, at least for the last couple iterations, just hitting our numbers square on, which is good. I mean, listen, the name of the game, right? It's homebrew. It's craft beers. There's a lot of artistry in it. But if you want to have the masses like it, you have to consistently
have that beer on point.
On point.
Yeah.
Although the Bud story,
Exactly.
Yeah, no matter
we don't like Bud.
Yeah, but no matter where you go,
no matter where you go,
you can be in any country.
Yep.
You know, on an island,
yeah.
a Budweiser's a Budweiser's a Budweiser.
That's it.
You know,
Yep.
to the point where they'll ship rice to Asian countries. What? What? No, your rice sucks. It's not gonna be Bud. We'll bring our own rice.
right.
But
You know?
listen, it works, right?
Yeah.
And, Budweiser, $1 billion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, and then in the name of the craft brewery industry, more so than the homebrew industry, you know, you can't take a piss without hitting a craft brewery nowadays.
It's very true.
You know, which is great. I mean, there's different flavors for different, you know, people. But what are we gonna do that's gonna have people consistently coming? What's gonna make us different?
Yeah, why are people going to know your name?
Exactly.
And 8% fucking orange lager.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you right now.
Yeah, but that's not overly orangey.
No.
You know what I mean? It's like,
and it's not overly boozy at
Right.
8%
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What? I thought it was. I was thinking 5.5.
Give me the big glass. Give me that big
But
glass.
yeah, you know, that's what we shoot for. Or even with the no ale, I mean, you know, there's a lot of different orange things we put in there. We try not to give the recipe away, but at some point, some young gentleman had the idea of orange leaf, because orange leaf has its own subtle flavor.
Ooh.
So that was something that we thought about. And we're like, okay, let's put it in.
Yeah.
So you're depicting on orange, not just the flavor of like orange juice.
Right.
Yeah.
You're getting the whole orange juice
yeah.
plus who it was prior, right? It was growing on a tree.
Yeah.
All this stuff. So.
And it has its own. It has its own aroma. It has its own flavor.
Yep.
And then you have to toot your own horn in a sense to this, and I don't like doing this because it sounds like a tool. But that's that different shit that's gonna like get us above the rest.
No, that is.
You know, people learn thinking about like, oh, like orangey, orange zest, orange peel,
Yeah.
dope, orange juice, orange extract. I don't know, too many people are like, oh, thinking about the fucking leaf.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like, oh, that has its own characteristics that can add to it. So, I mean, that's the kind of shit that we were trying to do in the basement.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Back to the cast.
Hold on. I just want to know. Try to smoke it first.
This is
like lemonade.
Yeah, right.
This is my particular favorite.
You could have poured it.
Coconut or Sabro?
Both.
Okay.
Whoa, what's going on, man?
Don't spill it on your phone.
I was sharing it with my callers.
Ooh, yeah, that is
It smells
heavy
delicious.
with the.
Yeah, it's Pina Colada
Coconut,
IPA.
Didn't you bring
That
this?
was it.
Yeah.
All right.
So I like a good IPA. That is my bread and butter in terms of my likes. I know everyone likes an IPA, but I mean, what can you do? I like what I like. God damn it. So this is one of my favorites.
Yeah, I remember this. This one I definitely remember.
What was the weird colored one?
Oh, that was the Loquito.
Yeah, Loquito. Yeah.
We brought that too, but the color's a little different.
Because it was like pinkish.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
We wanted to do something that was very like chic, something that the ladies would like be drawn to as far as color goes, because women are the consumers regardless of what market you're in.
Yeah.
True.
You know,
It's
the
very
buyers.
true.
So they, wherever the ladies are, the men are. So if you make something that women will love, they're gonna come, they're gonna purchase it, and the men are gonna be like, wow.
They're gonna come
They're
to see them.
here?
My girl likes beer.
Because I can tell you right now, wherever there's beer that my wife actually likes, it's a whole lot easier for me to go.
Oh, you're gonna go. Absolutely.
Yeah. You know?
Of course.
Exactly. You're gonna go, or even there's just like a
And that's
group.
that's the vibe too.
Yeah.
You want to make something where people can meet.
Yeah.
Or people can go with their family and be a family.
Yeah.
Right. So it's important. In the brewing community, all of us are family regardless of what
Very
level
true.
you're on.
Yeah.
It's
So
very true.
we all have that relationship. Oh, you're a brewer? Okay, how long you been doing it? Boom, boom.
Yeah.
You develop that relationship. It's like a little fraternity.
Yeah.
You know, so, and it's constant familial, like you're just sitting there and you're always reaching out and seeing how their families are doing, or you're going off of, you need some advice as to what you're doing as far as the brew side goes.
Yeah.
And it's just always open arms. So that's the cool thing.
I mean, we won't get into names because I don't want to. It's not my style. But there are places that even I use that for example.
Yeah.
That you look at them and you're like, damn, how are these people still in business?
Yes.
But they strike that tone, whether it's like mass popularity or maybe even like location or ambiance.
Hold on. Great example. Because I'm not afraid to say it.
Oh.
Fucking Stony Creek.
Oh, he went there.
They are.
Someone call 911.
They are.
Shots have been fired.
They are the epitome.
What does it sound like?
No, they are the epitome of. It's in a great location, and if you have the beer there, you don't realize you're drinking mediocre beer because the location's just so nice.
It's beautiful.
You know?
Yeah.
I've never been. So I've never been. I've only had their beer in cans, and luckily, I'm probably about now. I'm willing to retry a lot of their beers.
That's just because of
identify the problem.
Exactly.
And they're fair enough, and they're trying to fix it.
And I mean, we've had so many hits and misses with them. They still owe me fucking pineapple.
From Ripe and Cranky.
Ripe and Cranky pineapple.
Like upside down pineapple?
Like no, it was an IPA.
Let me see your wedding ring. That's over. You're good.
That's a totally different podcast. Right there, right
now. No, man, we're good.
We just developed 7 different episodes.
Yeah, right. Today, fuck. There's gonna be offshoots of this.
Join us next week for Lifestyle Chats.
There's sour on this?
Of the upside down pineapple.
Yeah.
See? Motherfucking nose.
Cause you
fucking bloodhound right here, bro.
Yeah. You all looking for a coconut?
This is the natural color of Loquito.
So
okay.
So the one that we poured at Change in the Air, we ended up using food coloring type to and also fruits puree to kind of get us that tone.
Yeah.
This one was the batch that we didn't add the food coloring to. It still has the same,
but it still tastes.
Yeah, it's nice.
But so Loquito was it's a play on a and you'll have it momentarily of a stout that we did for the 12%.
Yes, I heard about that.
In January.
Yeah,
in January.
Yeah.
We were lucky enough.
Was it a homebrew competition?
Yeah, the same one Malpractice was at.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the other guy with the
Timbers. And Highland Homebrew was there too.
Highland.
Yeah. Sorry.
Was it Highland or was it
It was Home Plate and Highland was there. Alike was there.
Yeah.
The other dude
there.
Tyler.
Help him!
Yeah.
He's asking for help.
I know.
I have one of those too.
Help me.
Help me!
He doesn't fucking help.
me.
I don't know where you.
But yeah, it was a 12%.
We were doing Highland and we were doing Fallen Timbers.
Fallen Timbers. Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't say it loud enough. My apologies. But yeah. So they were. We were in round 1. We were lucky enough to make it to round 2.
Yeah.
We didn't know that round 2 was going to be a traditionalist formulary.
Yeah.
We went in there as micro homebrewers.
Yep.
Artisans.
Yep.
And we were
Artisans of what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, and although we were very happy with what we produced, it generally didn't go over too well with the official second round judges.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah, because that one was first round was crowd.
Second round was
and judges
and judges, but it was
crown.
But the second round was just judges.
Yeah.
And you had to be. They wanted more to the style.
Yeah, like what is that? The International Association of
BJCP.
BJCP,
kind of one of those. And we didn't know that. But it is what it is. We had a good time. But yeah, so well,
I got no beers like that, so I don't even fucking think.
I'm my own category.
And more importantly,
nor will we ever.
Yeah, no, it's not happening.
And it's not. That's not a slight against them.
There's
people who do. That's great.
There is nothing wrong with not
conforming
to a particular style the way it's supposed to be. There's nothing wrong with just doing your own thing because that's what makes you guys you.
Yeah, I mean, my personal opinion, and I don't mean to knock anybody else, is that like homebrewers or even microbreweries to that extent, but definitely homebrewers more. Our bread and butter is being different.
Yeah.
Like creating concoctions in your basement that are like, you know what I mean? Like that, it works for some people and I get it, but in my eyes, it's just my eyes, that's not what I believe like the homebrewing experience is about. It's more about throwing some stuff in, like coming up with some crazy flavors.
Finding yourself.
Yeah, and also finding other people through yourself.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I love this flavor, but I balanced it so much out that like this guy loves this flavor too. And you know what I mean? And it's different, but
the cool thing is like introducing a fruit or a style a fruit to a style that typically wouldn't have.
Yep.
Yeah.
Those adjuncts in there.
Yeah.
And people just mind blown. From the
like,
cleanliness of it. It's not sloppy made. right? So there's still the clean background stuff, the beers that you're making.
Yeah, brother. Please. I made it. I know what it is.
Yeah, because I mean, like just in Noel, it's no one would think to put orange in a lager. Yeah. Everyone like a wheat bitter or a wheat beer, Belgian, yeah. But no one would really think, let's put that in a lager. That's some next level shit.
With some motherfucking orange leaves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you know, it's also in my mind that is what homebrewing is. It's experimenting.
Yes.
Man, this thing could have fucking tasted like turpentine, but we tried our best. You know what I mean? And all right, it tastes like turpentine. Moving on. But no, it didn't. I don't know. That's the love of it, right? You know what I mean? Just going in there and trying different concoctions, and that's how beer was made to begin with. You know, cavemen.
Yeah, it was made to survive a journey.
Yeah, well, and it was safer than drinking the water.
Yeah.
And I'm a huge history buff with everything.
Yeah.
He's amazed all the time. I'm just full of useless knowledge.
Seriously.
But the essence of beer is that, right?
Yes.
It's
No, it
grains
really
mixed
is.
with water.
Yeah.
Either accidentally or on purpose, probably accidentally, with some ambient yeast.
Yeah.
And these people tasted it, and they were like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah, exactly.
And that's where it started.
Yeah.
It could also have killed the caveman.
Right.
And we wouldn't be talking about this right now. But for some reason, it was by the grace of whoever, it kind of balanced itself out by accident or even concoction. We'll never know. But that's how beer started, right? And it's just taken off since then.
It's the best fucking accident ever.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just leave the pig's blood out of it.
The best accident ever. But that's to me, that's what brewing's about. It's
I've read a couple books where that's.
It's creating happy accidents.
Yeah.
So much weird.
I'm good up to the pig's blood.
Circling back, what the fuck?
I heard pig's blood, and I'm laughing because we had a probably might have been the THC talking. This gentleman was telling me about a show on Netflix based on Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And he took me to episode 2, and I said, "I'm done. I don't even want to hear about it anymore. I'm all fucking set." He's like, "No, you really got to check it." I'm like, "Nope, we're good. Thank you." No, but then he ends up like spoiler alert.
I mean, if
eating somebody. I know, right? Spoiler alert.
Dahmer.
And I'm just like, I'm all set with that. Even if it's like on Netflix and it's fake, and I know it's fake. I'm like, I'm good, thank you. So he was trying to sell me on that show. This was a play on thing we did for 12%. It was called Coquito, which if you had it, it's a traditional Puerto Rican Christmas
I
drink.
get it. Get it every
year. It's coconut
year.
like based. It's rum. So we ended up using a grain build and a flavor profile that gave us that in a stout.
Yep, for sure.
Which was dope. It took us into the second round. We didn't play.
But that one was like 10.5%.
Yeah, that was 10.5%. Now, with that said, we wanted to do something in the spring for Brewers Ball.
Yeah.
It was for.
Was it Changing the Air?
Changing the Air.
Okay. But we wanted to do something. Yeah. We wanted to do like a summer coquito.
Yeah.
Rob was doing some research and he ended up coming up. What was that coquito that had was it?
It was guava.
Guava. Okay, I was gonna say
It was a guava coquito in Condado.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, they do we didn't know that. And we're Puerto Rican and we're we're researching. We're like, they do this in the summertime too. They lighten up the flavors.
Yeah.
Give it a little bit more like summer flavors, summer vibes. So we're like, let's do it. So we ended up trying it, and it still has some of the major and what we brought the coquito.
It's the same exact beer.
Now is that it's a stout or
this one's a summer ale.
Oh, summer.
That's
okay.
the only difference. It's lined up. It was difficult to kind of mirror the two because
this one or the one we have before.
That one right now.
This one is summer ale.
That's the summer.
Yeah.
Okay. We do have the coquito there, and you're gonna try it.
So that is just. They're the same beer, completely different, but they literally taste the same except that one doesn't have guava. This one has
guava,
and it's an ale.
And this is the
stout.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. How do you even get that to
taste so? Yeah.
I mean, see when you taste the.
I mean, because you know what? I can't even lie. So, every beer I've had is so
its own thing.
Yeah, it's been its own thing, but it's not heavy. They've all been kind of light beers that. You guys are on point with the whole pairing with food because none of these beers are heavy. You could tell these beers would complement food.
Or
they would go with food.
These beers are so good that they're their own thing, but yet they wouldn't take away from the flavor of the food.
And I think, I don't know what it is, honestly, like, I can't say it's experience, I mean, in a sense, but like, man.
I cook as well as, like, I can cook as well, so it's...
For some reason,
which that helps, you know? Yeah. We know a lot, we know quite a few people who cook and brew beer, and it helps.
And I eat.
So do I.
Eat and drink.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, back to, shout out to Class of 02. I went to the State's Vocational Technical High School system. So,
AI Prince Tech.
Oh,
Hartford?
Bullet Havens. We used to lose to you guys all the time in football. That's not the point.
We still get our ass kicked.
Asses kicked. AI Prince. And pretty much everyone else in the Votech system.
Yeah.
Class of 02, culinary arts.
Nice.
So, he does it now. But, once again, not to sound, facetious, but I believe we have good balance with our food.
No, you do. That's just a statement of fact.
I can't explain why. I don't know. It's just for some reason it comes out okay. That's God bless. I'm not trying to figure it out.
It's the inspiration and the measuring.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. There you go.
Yeah.
Maybe that is the balance, right?
Sure. Yin and yang, right?
I said, shut the fuck up, though. Talk to me like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's the beer is just fucking amazing, guys.
So this was our play on a more summer lighter version. You're gonna have the winter darker version of it. Look at that! Look at that head!
Yeah, dude. Speaking of rims, this guy gives amazing pours. Amazing.
We put a little bit of nitro in it. I kid you not. No, we didn't. But it kind of looks like it. If you.
Whoa.
That head is amazing. Almost as good as the rim.
At least nothing is sexual.
It smells like coquito.
Thank you. That's exactly.
I don't know if he's had. Have you had coquito before?
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
The man
I work in Hartford.
He's a
That don't mean shit.
He's a mechanic in
shit.
Hartford. How do you tell me?
That don't mean shit. I
be honest.
gotta verify and make sure. I don't assume. You never assume.
The man's a mechanic in Hartford. He definitely.
I have sampled in the coquito.
Okay.
And also, just for the viewers out there, tu estás apretado.
Oh,
my man. Okay.
And tell him what I said.
Yeah, because I have no clue.
So basically, it literally means you're tight, but it could be used in a different. It could be a colloquialism used for like you're uptight or you're square.
No, it's going colon.
Oh, going colon?
Yeah.
Ooh, then you're a tight ass.
Yeah.
You got. That's not loose butthole.
Yeah.
That's tight butthole. That's not loose.
It was
butthole.
funny. The first dealership I worked at. Did I say it right?
Dealership, yes. You were a little cursive, but it's all good.
You little cursive.
Yeah.
There were, like the whole wash bay was Puerto Rican guys, and they were whenever there was anyone new, this is unfortunate for me, but after I started, when anyone that was new, they wanted to teach them a phrase, and it was tu estás apretado. And he would say, anytime another Puerto Rican person comes into the dealership, this is how you greet them, this is what you say, and it was just like, fuck, man. And like I already knew what it meant. Yeah. They did it to fucking customer. Oh. Fucking, it was just like, and you see them all down in the corner like,
I mean, I guess it could be worse. They could have said some other just different shit. No, we're looking at my phone because I got a random text message. Is this a thing? It says, "Hi, are you the guy that gave me the number on the dating site?" I mean, she looks pretty nice.
Oh, that's a new thing.
Yeah.
That's Photoshop though.
Yeah.
Or filters. That's at least 3 filters.
Just some general stuff off the internet.
Yeah, that's at least 3 filters.
I'm like, listen, I'm a married man. I can't be having this shit pop on my phone.
You better delete that shit.
You know what saves me though? Look at that. This sender is not in your contact. Report the junk.
Yeah.
Reporting that motherfucker right now. Thank you very much.
Oh man,
so
you don't need that.
Apparently,
you don't need that because
thank
you. Well, you know what? That's just got to be like an iPhone thing.
Did we all get one?
Nope, I didn't.
No, I didn't. No,
Stan,
that's just
maybe
you.
it's because I'm
that's just you.
the better looking one.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Fucking
She might give a good rim job though.
Taco kisses.
Yeah,
Listen,
she had the lips for it.
Taco kisses.
Taco kisses.
Oh man, that.
I can smell this beer.
Yeah.
All day.
Yeah, it's a beautiful smell.
This just smells like you're getting laid.
That's
Am I wrong?
I mean, it's like 10%, so you have enough of it. Yeah, you might.
Is it really?
This is 10%.
God.
10.5.
Oh,
What the fuck are you guys doing?
Yeah.
This is not.
Clinton.
A shit ton of grains.
Yeah, Clinton should have been here. Yeah. So this is like.
Look at Cascade.
It is not boozy at all. You guys are going to kill motherfuckers.
What's that roasty back part?
That's roasted barley.
Oh.
I don't know if it was coffee.
It's a coffee. Roasted barley gives it coffee.
Coffee. Okay.
Yeah.
We have done a coffee stout before.
Oh shit.
Based on
Going to kill people.
Yeah.
this was this got us
Jeffrey Dahmer.
And eat the
We have these special empanadas.
Yo, what pairs good with long pig?
Human? Well, they do say the same thing. Like when we were,
I'm a little fucked.
they say anatomy-wise, and that's why so many people train on pigs. Anatomy-wise, location-wise, pigs are very similar to humans.
Yes.
The best part is you went fucking full science.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? When I was in middle school, we science-wise we did the dissections, and it was we started with a worm, then went to a frog, and then went to a pig because the pig was the closest thing you'll get to in middle school. In Hartford of all, in Hartford.
Well, I got some of my major in college.
It's Hartford, so you're gonna have to at some point plug a wound.
It was getting you prepped.
Case in point, I was a combat medic, and that's the same thing. They bring a live pig, and they slit its femoral, and then you'd quick clot it and try to fucking save it. So no, I get it, bro. I mean, I didn't know they were. I mean, Hartford is. It was
like
it's real.
I got you, Mike.
Hartford is real. But yeah. So we went with the.
Sorry.
We digress.
Beautiful transition. Beautiful.
Fucking amazing. That's why he brought me here. That's from the transition.
Beautiful.
Go.
But no,
fucking Kevin Hart. It's the hype man.
It's the hype man. No, I mean grain build wise, that's crazy that you get reparations
every fucking time.
Reparations.
Oh yeah, we don't. Grain build wise, it's crazy that.
This has got to be like a big beer to like at 10%. This got to be a huge beer.
Literally huge. We had to end up
getting our backs out.
Yeah. Shortly after making
I have so many jokes that I just populated in my head that I'm not gonna say.
Let it rip.
They're true.
It was. I believe it was like 50 odds, almost 60 pounds.
Oh,
no, it was 50.
What?
50, yeah.
What are you brewing?
Yeah, which system that you use?
It's some system I got off of Amazon, and it's
a hammer claw, right, or something like that.
Claw hammer.
Yeah. They have a really good YouTube.
Asheville, Colorado.
Yeah.
So
that's a good.
Asheville, North Carolina.
That's a good. No, that's a good system.
It works really well.
After doing this, we instilled a winch.
Oh,
because we try to lift it like you're talking about 50 odd something pounds and all that water. And we're pretty strapping young gentlemen. It broke us off, bro.
50 pounds of water. That's double the weight. Yeah,
that's insane.
It's the awkwardness of it. And the fact that you're not trying to spill any of it. And that you got to go slow.
And we're not trying to burn ourselves.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
And then hold it. Did you get the clips to hold the...
Yo, it was fucking bananas, bro.
You ever watch Clawhammer?
Yeah. And our setup isn't very high or very low. It's kind of in the middle. So you don't get that leverage. It's one of those like...
we
need a step stool. Yeah, we need a step stool. It's just...
Yeah. We were standing on the table.
But it's in a basement.
Fuck, we both gotta get on the table. I hope I built this strong.
But it's in a basement, so you can. You can't stand
up. You're on the table. You're pulling, ducking,
trying to get. But we're like, we got a fucking wench like the next week.
So then we took the mash tun, as heavy as it was, and put it on the floor.
and then
then lifted it up.
like an active.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
and then put it in a
stupid.
bucket.
Listen, all joking aside,
Damn.
do not fucking do that. I mean, we were fucking around, but that shit could have went south quick.
Oh yeah.
But since then, we learned how to cut the recipe.
We refined it
as much grains.
Yeah.
For DME and try to replace some of that with DME,
but still keeping the flavor.
Yeah.
So we made this, like I said, for the 12%. Took us to round 2. We made it again in round 2. You know, it did well, not that well, but
this
well
is
enough.
what they drank in the first, and denied in the second.
The first one was a lot thicker. It was actually 11%.
Sorry, not.
Oh.
I didn't understand the question.
So yeah,
the first one was the 54-pound.
Oh, okay.
One. The second one we refined the grain build so it wasn't as heavy, it wasn't as thick.
Okay.
Still same flavor profiles.
Yeah.
So the first one got us there, and then the second one.
Coquito's a thick texture.
Yes.
You know,
So we wanted to mirror that.
That
We wanted
texture,
everything to be.
It's like an eggnog based
Yeah,
right there.
yeah.
And some people were like, it's a little too heavy. It wasn't boozy. It's just high alcohol and
heavy,
very
yeah.
heavy. So full body mouth.
You know what? You get a lot of people with stouts that say they don't like stouts because they're too fucking heavy.
Yeah.
So
and it's like
I don't understand that.
I don't understand it at all.
We learned a valuable lesson that iteration of those two rounds.
Yeah.
The first round, like we did a beer that we were happy with, we were proud of, and then people came back and they were like, "Oh, that's a little too heavy." It's this, and that, and it ended up going to round 2. So we're like, "All right, so what can take us better?"
Yeah.
We tried, and it's a catch-22, right? It's a double-edged sword or whatever you know, like an analogy.
Euphemism we want to use.
Yeah.
I think we lightened the body by 25%.
Yeah, we went thinner.
Yep.
But I think we should have just
Stuck with what you had.
With it.
Yeah.
Because people loved it, number one. That's the beer that got us in.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just the beer enthusiasts, right? The people who claim to be very, like, they know what a beer's supposed to taste like.
Ah, yeah.
Right? And those are the ones that, I won't say it was a disrespectful comment. It was just it was a weird comment that they didn't know what to make from it. Like, you're drinking a stout. It tastes like a stout. It has a stout character. The only thing that's
color,
different
body
is that it has coconut in it.
Yeah.
And cinnamon and whatever the hell else.
Yeah.
You know? So to say it was like, we didn't know what to make from it. It's beer.
Yeah.
It really is beer. You can taste the characteristics of it.
Yeah.
It tastes good.
Yeah.
It's a stout. It's got a nice body to it.
Have you ever had
lays on the
coquito?
palate? Yeah. And
Although it has none of the ingredients of coquito besides coconut,
it's
so tastes like it.
It's so reminiscent
fucking hard
of
that
coquito.
is to do?
Yeah, dude.
To get a flavor profile
This
of
shit
something that's
is-
totally different off of just grains.
This shit's just fucking magic.
Yeah, dude.
I would have never, like, when I first heard about it, it was just like, are you fucking serious? That's a mind fuck.
And we heard that people made coquito beers, right? And then we heard, but it's not coquito.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm just like, we both in that we took it to the extreme and made it a stout.
Yeah, no, this is
You know,
this
we
is
usually make them as cream ale.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
something very,
No,
like,
this-
high lactose or
this is a fucking coquito.
But yeah, like I said, we learned a valuable lesson that day. That it is a fine edge between meeting the masses and staying true to yourself. In that case, I think had we stuck to the tried and true, we might have placed a little bit higher. But
that was your first lesson of being a brewery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The balance of sticking to what you want to brew and
changing it
and brewing stuff for the masses.
Yeah. You've always got to brew shit to keep the lights on.
Yeah.
Pay the bills.
Yeah.
And then the rest of it is what brings us in.
Fair enough.
Because we are, unfortunately, we've been told, and it's very true, we are not your demographic. We are not.
Yeah. What?
Because in all honesty, you
If you're
give us.
brewing to keep the lights on, we're not your demographic.
We're not. Yeah. Because we will tell you some shit that's good, and other people will look at you like you're fucking insane.
But you're right? And that's the thing. And the people that, and there was a lot of people that came up to us that were brewers that were like, this is great. The first batch.
Yeah.
And then there was a lot of people with hands and, cards in their hands. They were like, oh, it's a little too thick. So you're like, oh man, we got a lot of feedback.
Yeah.
That, like, maybe we should make it lighter. And we tried to. I mean, listen, it's all a learning process.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, listen, it was a pleasant experiment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We were lucky enough to come out with a grain build that tasted like un coquito, which is it's a coconut,
This is fucking
a coconut cream rum based drink, and we mirrored it off of grains.
Yeah.
Right.
It's literally
0 rum, 0 cream.
Yeah, it's literally turning like lead into gold, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
if
you know,
you guys could barrel age this.
Oh, we've talked about it.
we talked about it. Swear to God, we talked about it.
Oh my.
They're fucking expensive. These
Yeah, they are.
barrels,
No, they are. The barrels are fucking dumb money.
Listen, we started selling.
It is not cheap to get a
We
fucking
start selling
barrel.
this shit. We'll get some barrels to make it for like a festival. Listen, times are
It
tough.
was an expensive beer just to make for.
Yeah,
For
I can imagine because just
the first one
Yeah, the
we told
product,
was like
yeah.
50 something pounds of grains.
yeah.
Right, so grains aren't cheap.
And that's
No.
back. That's
No.
back when R.I.P. The brew supply shop in Monroe.
Oh, yeah.
Voracious Brewing.
Voracious.
Yeah, Voracious, R.I.P. Those guys, they blessed us.
Excuse me.
And then now they're gone.
Yeah,
man.
they're
So-
gone.
Now
Yeah,
it's even more
retired.
expensive because
Now it's even more expensive.
And shit for
Yeah.
them, man, just to get shit.
So yeah, man, it's
Just like
it's
coats
you know what would be
class.
good
You know,
with
the
this?
warmer it gets, the better it gets.
Yeah.
Oh well, that's any most
That's
most
stouts.
stouts you want.
It opens up.
Yeah.
You know what good with that? You might have had it. You definitely have had it. And this is shit I'm just thinking about. And I just thought about this right now because tres leche cake.
Ooh.
Look that shit up if you don't know what it is.
No,
Straight
I've
3 milk.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've had, you haven't. Have you had it?
Never had that cake.
Nah, he.
It's a
That's
so
a D
it's
cup. That's a D cup.
Or
It's a
flan.
tres leche. So it's a
Or
flan. Yeah.
That heavy
So either
cake.
But see, you know what?
Yeah.
Go with this.
With
or-
flan, it's a hit or miss because some people make their flan way too sweet.
Yeah. This has got to be like a more milder flan.
Yeah.
But I think that's where the tres leche cake. So tres leche
Yeah.
is a 3 milk cake. It's a regular cake used with 3 different milks. So you have like condensed milk, sweetened milk. It's a moist.
Yeah.
It's sweet, but it's not overly sweet, and it's creamy milk based.
Yeah.
So like lactosey,
Yeah.
like that aftertaste.
Yeah.
I think would go really well with this. But see, this is a shit like.
That's
We
a
gotta get
good.
on that.
You know what? That's a good dessert pairing. When you get the brew pub going, dinner beers.
And dessert,
It's
yeah.
Dinner. Just do. You gotta because like there are a lot of brew pubs do that where they have like the dinner pairing nights.
Yeah.
You know.
At least it wasn't
See,
some.
aren't you? See.
At least
See?
it wasn't some random.
See?
Little glass. Little
See?
glass. Little glass.
I just saved your ass.
Thank you for thinking of the white boy.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I just hit it.
That's what she
That's you beat me to it. The son of a bitch was on the tip of my tongue.
That's what she said.
That's what he said.
Wait, no. Oh no, it's 2022. It's whoever said it. I don't
Whoever
know.
said. They said.
So
It's
this
the
is
SO.
yeah. This is
Significant
our.
other.
This is another.
Stout
Yes, sir.
that you guys hate.
Yeah. No. It's just not our
There's nothing wrong with that. Everyone has
thing.
profiles that they like that they don't like. Like I am a hit or miss when it comes to a goes because I'm kind of salt sensitive.
I am too. Well, I understand why, sir. I work in the field. Genetics suck.
Yeah.
Tell them about the beer.
This is Café con Choco.
Yeah, tú sabes.
Ooh.
So, stout
So
grain
it's
bill.
with coffee.
Definitely coffee in there. Roasted barley to
Can-
give more coffee notes, but definitely coffee.
Can I ask what kind of coffee?
Ooh,
It's
please
called Coqui from the island, from Puerto Rico.
Ooh, so
So-
straight from the island.
It's
Damn.
a brand that's only made in
God.
Puerto Rico. You can order it and have them shipped over here, but they don't sell it on. They don't sell it in the States. It's only sold over there.
So we are coffee guys.
Okay.
Yeah, fucking
We,
right.
we are like
Yeah.
legit
Yeah.
like coffee guys. We
Tell
love-
them about the French press, bro.
I'm not. I don't. Unfortunately, I don't have the time for French press.
Yeah.
Like my whole thing. Like
But he's a coffee guy.
I am a coffee guy. I know. I love a good French press.
So happens when you get bougie with the karaoke.
Well,
Yeah.
No, yeah, exactly. No, but hey, I use the.
I do pack my own
Yeah, I do
pots.
pack my. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
If you love a good French press, you'll love our Café con Choco because we French
It's
pressed
with
Oh, it's with
chocolate
French
wheat.
press? Yeah.
There's chocolate wheat in there, and there's also to give it more of a thicker body. And there is roasted coconut.
just a small
Fucking
amount.
hell
Though.
for the roasted coconut.
But do you see, like, it's not, if you taste it, it's not
And there's
Overpowering.
dark American oak wood barrel chips.
And it hits different.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me go for it again. Let me
What
go
was
for
the
it
last
again.
part?
Because
Dark American oak
wood chips.
wood chips.
Now, was it rested on the wood chips, or did you like flow it on the wood chips?
What rested?
Okay.
Wow.
So what we were going for when we talked about it is
The original version is a
I need
little
a
bit
fucking
different.
cigar. Holy shit.
Yeah.
God damn.
The original
melt
version is
your
a
food.
little bit different. The big difference is the wood chips because we were trying to give a
chocolatini.
Oh, yeah.
espresso
Feel.
martini.
Yeah.
Yeah, espresso. Sorry.
Yeah,
We're trying to make a beer espresso martini-ish.
I can
Wow.
I feel the vibe.
So we were talking about it like, I love an espresso martini.
Yeah.
Because, when you're drinking, you're out at the restaurant, you
Yeah.
got a rally at the end of the night.
Yeah.
You're like, do you want a coffee? Absolutely not. I want an espresso tini. Give me vodka and caffeine and let's fucking go.
Yeah.
So we tried the same thing with the coquito, right? Like it's a totally different beverage. We try to have the grain build mimic a espresso martini. The concept is there, and I think we hit enough of the check marks to make that happen with this, and that's why we use the chips and stuff like that to get that without vodka, get that strong flavor, but with that coffee, you know what I mean? So it was well done. Once again, though, look how complicated these are. We're not even stout guys. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
this isn't a thing.
No, for not being stout guys, you guys put a lot of fucking effort into the stout you make.
God damn.
Which makes it 10. Oh my god.
Because again, we want
You would
we
never
enjoy ourselves.
You know what? Just lie and say you guys love every stout because what you put out is like.
I'm gonna be really honest, and maybe it's because I'm like 17 beers in.
Right.
No,
You miscounted. This is 18.
18, fair enough. I am just an IPA whore. Like the hoppier, the better. Like I'm a cookie cutter. I don't know why.
Are you East Coast or West Coast?
East Coast?
Okay.
I like a hazy.
Yeah, hazy.
You like
hazy
hazy,
boy.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, hazy
I
boy.
like a hazy. I know this is horrible, and I'm gonna get
the muddy waters.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna get just fucking lambasted. The more Galaxy, the better.
Oh, and you're a Galaxy guy. Damn.
But it's got to be high ABV.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's what I like.
Yeah.
And I'll drink everything. But like if I'm going to pound some beer,
that's palates, man.
give me a hazy fucking Galaxy IPA, and I will fucking crush that shit every single day. I don't know what it is. I just like it.
Everyone's got their own hop. It just happens to be Mike and I have the same.
Oh. What is it? What? Yeah. Go ahead.
Cashmere.
Oh.
I'm a cashmere whore. You tell me you got
dude.
some cashmere in a beer?
Yo.
Oh, let's go.
I want to lay down on that fluffy fucking hop.
Let's fucking go.
And you were talking
Not
about
like El Dorado.
he likes El
Oh,
Dorado.
Yeah.
El Dorado's good. Yeah.
I like a good Galaxy, and they did change. I don't know why, but it did change. I used to love something from Stony Creek, although it is Stony Creek. It used to be called Big Cranky.
Yes.
And maybe four or five
you're
years
fucking right.
ago.
4
or 5 years
exactly.
ago,
That's when we were
holy,
so good.
That is my epitome of what. That was my jam.
Yeah, so good. And then they did
Yes.
Stony. Then they went Stony Creek and fucked it up.
They did. No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
But the fucking Big Cranky from 4 or 5 years ago.
Good.
I would fucking crush those all fucking day.
We
long.
were about Big Cranky, Little Cranky. Those were the Big Cranky was the beer that
That was my fucking.
it was
jam,
like,
bro.
oh shit, let's try more Stony Creek.
Yeah.
Big Cranky was the shit.
Yeah.
That's where we went wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
Big Cranky, and that's my epitome of what I like. I know it's cookie cutter. What I don't give a fuck. It is what it is. But that's what I like.
That's what you like.
We like.
So, that's everything.
Do you need
Cerveza
help?
Papi.
Yeah, dude.
Thank you for having us.
Cerveza
Yeah.
Papi.
Great. It was
Make-
seriously.
Yeah, it was a good time.
This is a beautiful friendship that,
Yeah.
trust me, it's gonna keep going.
Yeah, I mean, rim jobs for everybody.
We had great,
Yeah, all around.
great beers, rim jobs.
Yeah, and
Casting couch.
Casting couch.
Casting couch. Yeah. And make sure you go to the link in the description if you're watching it on the videos.
CervesaPapi.com.
Yeah.
And
Click the merch, check everything out, buy some stuff,
Buy some
glasses.
on that note, as always,
voter fraud. Drink responsibly, stay wobbly. Check out Cerveza Papi, where culture is flavor.
yep,
Thank you guys.
deuces.
Cheers.